Alright traders, thanks for hopping in here today. Not a very fun day today. I haven't seen a breakout yet, and I went kind of all in on NIO. Kind of blew it up here. I don't really know where to start today, so I'm just going to be rambling a little bit. I think you will learn something. This is painful for me to do today, but I want to be transparent. I want to be vulnerable because there's not very many people teaching this out there who are like this. Well, like I told you guys before, normally I don't trade pre-market. Today was the exception. That did not work out. Uh, Blew up the account pretty much. It's not fun being transparent because as far as my trading goes, I've never felt this low before. I'm not saying that to ask for sympathy. I just haven't. But I want to talk to you guys about the setup I was trading. This inverse head and shoulders, hit resistance once, twice, three times, a lot right here, right here, right here. This is resistance. When the stock is below that, that's resistance. And this is the inverse head and shoulders. It's a bullish pattern. This is the head right here. Here's a shoulder, and this is the neckline. So it's just the opposite of the head and shoulders. It's the inverse. I'll show you that. Let me pull up a chart real quick. This is the inverse head and shoulders, so it's the same thing, guys. You got your head, two shoulders, and then the neckline. Once you break upwards of the neckline is really when it says, long right here. This is your long, and then you have a few targets up in here, in those areas. So that's what I was looking for. I went kind of heavy on it, but I was in a little early. I was in at 8:08. Then I bought some more when it fell back down to this trend line after it broke through it. I had an average of 815, and I was really looking for this to move on up. I knew this was going to be resistance around 850 because that was, prior resistance pre-market. But I thought, this neckline here was going to turn into support because prior resistance turns into support once you break through it. That's what I was looking for, so I added right there, and then the market opened, and I guess everyone just took their profits, and then short sellers came in. I wanted to go in pretty heavy on this one because of the pattern, inverse head and shoulders, and because we broke through the neckline. Another reason I felt pretty comfortable with it is because it's a recent IPO. I did trade it, was successful with it. And also what the news is today, the catalyst is that one of Tesla's investors invested in NIO, about 11% of the company. Felt pretty good about it. I was up quite a bit in here, but you know how I am. I always take my profits so early. And so what I did was I just said, you know what, I'm going to let this one ride out all day, and if it comes back down to this trend line, I'll add to it because I think it's going to be moving up. That was my mindset. I thought, okay, if it breaks 850, then it's most likely going to probably push on up to $10 because $10 will then be a magnet. Just know for me, this is not fun to post. This is being vulnerable like this and showing huge losses. That's not fun for me to do at all. But the reason I'm doing it is for you guys. I really want you to benefit from this. I want to see you benefit from this. That's what gets me excited. I get excited for you guys because when I started 2.5 years ago, I had no one to learn from who would actually show losses, who would be vulnerable. It was only the cars and all the money and the vacation lifestyle. That's the only thing that I ever got when I started out. No one actually showed me the good days and the bad days. Today's a very bad day. It's really crazy how some days and some weeks you feel like Superman. For nearly 2 weeks I was green every day. Felt very good, and then it only takes a day or two, and all that just turns into a fart in the wind. 2.5 years ago is really when I became aware of the market and started studying every day. I remember going on vacation and just studying the entire time and just learning about support and resistance, and it was just awesome. Ever since then, every single day, I have not missed a day in the market. For 2.5 years, I've been studying every day. I've been watching videos, lessons, and reading books and watching the market every single day. I've been completely obsessed with it, completely obsessed and just in love. I'd rather do this than be on vacation. Some people dread the weekends. I can't wait for the weekends to be over because I get to get back to work, do what I love to do. In a way, right now, this feels like a breakup. I don't know what it feels like, to be honest. I never want to not do this, but you put 2.5 years of just relentless energy into something, and you see very little return, or no return, or negative return, and you wonder, are you going crazy? You love someone so much, but then that love's not reciprocated back to you, and that hurts. really does. That's kind of what this feels like, though. I've put so much time and energy and effort into this, more than anything else, more than anything else, and no love back. I have not shared this with you guys, or really anyone for that matter, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it since I'm in this vulnerable place right now. But I had a chat room ready to go. I created this probably a year ago. I had a chat room ready, up and running, just ready to go. As soon as some people were interested in doing it, I was going to start her up, and then we were going to have community every single day together. I was ready to go with this. I was so excited. This is something I was pushing towards. Also, I've been writing a book. I'm 50 pages into that right now, and all of it, it just feels like a fart in the wind right now. But at the same time, I'm not giving up. I started 2.5 years ago with $1,500 in TD Ameritrade. I grew that to nearly 4,000 in a year, and then after that, I took the money, put it in CMEG, and I grew it to nearly 6,000. And then the summer hit and was slow, and I was trading like it was a bull market. I lost 3,000. Now I just lost another 1,100 today. Yeah, I'm down to like $1,000 or less. Doing this over 2.5 years. That's what I'm at, guys. I'm at nothing. In a way, I feel like the stock market is wanting a divorce, but I'm not allowing it, guys. I'm not allowing it. This is what I love to do. This is what I wake up every day to do. I absolutely am fully committed to this. And once me and the stock market got married, I vowed to her, till death do us part. And I mean that. This is absolutely what I love to do. I can't stop. I really can't. I love this so much that even when the stock market's telling me to quit, I'm not going to. I'm going to wake up tomorrow, go right back to work. This is what I love doing, guys. I really hope that today makes me stronger, and that from it I'll be able to relate to more people out there, so I can help educate better. When I understand this feeling, I can relate to people better, and maybe it'll just be more beneficial going forward. I try to think of things in a positive light as far as this goes, because I want this so bad that no matter what, I'm not willing to stop going for it. And guys, again, I do feel very low, but at the same time, I'm not looking for sympathy. Don't feel like I'm just making this video looking for attention, because I'm not. I'm absolutely not. I would much rather prefer not posting this video, but I'm committed to you guys. I'm committed to the stock market. I'm committed to teaching and moving forward, to progressing as far as this goes. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do hope you learned something. If you have any questions at all, just feel free to DM me on Twitter. Leave them in the comment section below. I'm happy to help you guys out. If you haven't yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We'll see you tomorrow.